Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Urban Absurdity. I'm your host, OG Ron.
And I'm Bianca Brown.
And I'm beginning this show with a rant.
Let's go.
2 black men were arrested while sitting in a Philadelphia Starbucks waiting on a friend. The video went viral and was recorded by a white woman. And her caption, which is priceless, I think we need more white people like this. She said the police were called because these men hadn't ordered anything. They were waiting on a friend who showed up as they were being arrested. And most of the white people here are wondering why we never go through things like that. And first of all, it's a Starbucks, which is the whitest place on earth. And like people gonna hang out there. It's like on Saved by the Bell where they hung out at the at the restaurant and shit, just sitting around. Like is there a rule? Like if you walk in, you have to order something immediately. You can't wait on friends to have your coffee or donuts, whatever they sell there. I've never been. I can't afford it. It's like hot Java.
It's gross. I'm not drinking there. I'm not going to get my coffee there, which is sad because I enjoy a nice vanilla bean frappe, no whipped cream.
I heard it was trash. Anyway.
Lies.
Like, what is so bad about 2 black people sitting there? And it came out that they were real estate brokers. Yes, I saw the video, how they were dressed, but black people dress like that. A hoodie, jeans, we comfortable. We throw out something. We throw on something. It's Philadelphia. It's still cool outside. Like, it's not Miami. Like, it wasn't like they were in there overdressed like they may have had a gun, like, tucked away or something. I'm going to wear a trench coat in this motherfucker, something like that. There was nothing suspicious about these 2 guys. These are people I would see every day. This is how I would dress. So if we were about to have a podcast meeting, I say I'm going to go, hey, let's meet at Starbucks. Which is like, cool, I can get a vanilla bean. I'm there waiting on you. But when you get there, like they dragging my ass out. Like, is that the world we live in? Like even the white people say like, we don't go through this. We could probably come in here from opening to closing. From grand opening to grand fucking closing, and no suspicion will be aroused. Like, why? Like, I don't get it.
It gets me that a lot of people are shocked by this shit. Like, really? Is it right? Fuck no. But does it happen daily? Yeah. Like, even seeing the video was not shocking to me. The thing that got me is I went on Twitter, and I can admit when I'm wrong. Let me admit when I'm wrong first of all. My friend posted about it, and she was like, since when did they start making you buy something in the restaurant? And I was like, well, maybe it's to pay for Wi-Fi. Like they feel like you're not just going to use my Wi-Fi and not buy anything. It's a business move. Mind you, I didn't know anything that was happening. So I'm thinking that that's what they're doing for everybody. And that's what she was talking about until I read the story. So I went on Twitter to dig a little deeper. And Twitter officials apologize. Well, no, I'm sorry. Starbucks apologized.
Twitter officials?
No. Black Twitter got on the head. But Starbucks apologized, but said that the employee was following protocol and the police were following protocol. So my question to Starbucks, which they did not answer, was if the police were not in the wrong and the employee wasn't in the wrong, why are you apologizing?
Exactly, because they knew it was wrong. Like, what protocol? Like, if you come into a restaurant, is there a time limit? Is there something posted on the wall or even on the menu that says if you don't order within 10 minutes, you have to leave?
Right.
It's like, and the Philadelphia DA, district attorney, he released a statement that said, due to lack of evidence, there will be no charges filed.
I saw that.
What evidence? Like, what were they doing? What were they accused of doing? What law are they breaking by sitting there? It's like, I thought if you put the handcuffs on somebody, they had to commit a crime. I know I'm black and I'm used to getting handcuffs put on me, but
plenty of times.
Yeah, I've had handcuffs put on me plenty of times and been released, but what charge did they try to file that got rejected by the DA? Like, hey, they was sitting in here around all these good white folk.
I didn't hear all the story on why the employee called the police. Like, I was trying to look for more information on why she called. Because it was a woman, so why she called, but I couldn't find anything.
I don't think there's a good reason to call. Like, if they be, I say they're in there being unruly. throwing the word nigga around a lot. Because I know some loud black people, but they didn't seem like the type. Like, and no reports came out. And even a white lady who recorded it. Like, if she felt they deserved it, like, oh, these were some disrespectful motherfuckers, she wouldn't have kind of, sort of, like, took up for them.
Yeah.
Like, she saw the whole incident, and she recorded it and defended them like they did nothing wrong.
I was trying to look up, but they said she was following protocol. So I'm trying to look up.
I'm sick of this goddamn word protocol. Protocol is used to just do anything and say anything and say, okay, we followed this procedure.
But
this is what we're supposed to do. Are you supposed to call? Are they informed to call the police if a black person sits down more than 11 minutes?
That's what I was trying to look. I'm pretty sure they said if black men sit down for more than 10, it's time for us to call. And dude was cute too. I would have went down there with him. Like, first of all, y'all got him fucked up.
You got these niggas fucked up.
And then when he said, "Ma'am," I would be like, "No, I'm just out here, just playing." Where we at again? I
think we should stage a sit-in. And I'm not buying shit. I've never been to Starbucks, but I would go in and purposely not buy nothing.
I will.
I gotta clear my warrants up first.
Listen, you don't go nowhere. They be like, you going just because you rhyme. So, goddamn right, I told you.
This nigga got braids. Take his ass down first. Hey, cuff that nigga.
We know he's going to do something. No, I do. I think it's wrong, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Like, these companies, and I can't even say the company itself. That's why I wanted to see the protocol. So that way I can basically say, yeah, this is what it is. The woman basically, let's just keep it real. She called. Why did you call? What made you uncomfortable about these two people sitting there? Because obviously the white woman that was right there, she didn't need to call nobody.
Exactly. She had a phone. She recorded the shit.
Right. She felt cool. So I want to know, like, what was it to this employee? What was it about them that made you want to? Because I have to dig into this. Bitch, what you doing?
I think we should request the protocol in black and white. I want to see what it is, because if it's something racist, then it should be exposed. And it has to be racist because, just like she said, millions of white people go to Starbucks every day. And I'm sure they don't want no motherfucker. I mean, rich people go to that motherfucker all the time. Like, so I hear. I got people that, and they're sitting around. They don't have to be at work in a minute. They just hang out. That's their hangout. Get out of the house. We're going to go order a couple. And if you do order a cup of coffee and sit there 3 fucking hours, like, that's not that big of a deal. Like, okay, he didn't come here and spend $6.
I just found the woman who called. Her name is Holly Hilton. And,
she's a Hilton?
No, she spells it Hylton.
I was about to say, I don't like them bitches anyway.
Paris said, get her right. She's not one of us.
She's not one of us.
But yeah, she looks like she'll call the police on somebody.
Yeah, she does. She kind of... Man, you know what? I'm not even going to go in because I want to roast her so bad because I wanted somebody to blame. Like, you can't blame a corporation because this was an individual store and an individual employee who called.
Yeah.
But something...
That's why I said I want to see protocol. I want to see where you have this written and what you have written. I'm the same way, though. I'm like, fuck Starbucks, too. Because if you are saying that she's okay because she followed protocol, it got to be something in there that's bullshit for you to be okay with that.
If that is one of the chapters, one of the sections, Section 8-Article 635, all of the shit has to be fucked up for you to even include something like that. And it had to be geared towards a certain race, which we all know, which one that was.
Yeah.
Right now they're rewriting procedure because they know somebody's going to ask for that because you said protocol like 60 times in one fucking statement.
Yeah.
So we want to see it now.
Yeah, we want to see. Like, I want to see screenshots and clippings with this. But you know who? I'm Scooters and Caribou, y'all. Y'all get on y'all job. Starbucks going down.
Scooters and Caribou
are 2 coffee franchise, and they're really.
I thought that was one name. I was about to say that's definitely run by some niggas.
Hey, I would use that. Hey, what's up, Scooter Caribou? Hey, that's a cool little name.
Scooters and Caribou. No. I would no doubt believe that was a black-owned franchise.
Yeah, they are, and to me they're good. They're really good. I just go to Starbucks for their vanilla bean, but Caribou is tasty. So get on y'all job.
So Caribou doesn't have vanilla bean.
Their vanilla bean wasn't the best.
It was trash. That's your favorite word.
It wasn't the best. I'm not going to call it trash. It wasn't the best. But however, get on y'all job, take these customers, you know what I'm saying? Marketing 101, getting that business.
Exactly. And the only thing that's crazy is that there's no way for black people to stage a successful boycott of Starbucks because their clientele base is mostly white.
But black people also have to remember too. Stop acting like there's not white people who will not fall in line for the same thing. I mean, when we did marches in the 60s, there were white people marching. It wasn't like everybody was just like fuck y'all. There were white people there too, which that's what kills me about black people when they act like there was no one else that was there that was pulling ranks and trying to call shots and do different shit for black people. There was. Just like the lady. The lady basically came out and said, and people could have looked at her and got mad at her for even saying something, but she said the same thing. Like, they were not doing anything wrong. Mm-hmm. They didn't do anything.
Man, I never looked at all white people as bad. I know some. And the only thing that bothers me about the ones who aren't racist is that they don't speak up. Like, if you go back to the 40s and 50s when lynchings were going on, there were some good white people.
Yeah.
There were some people who felt that was, like, this shouldn't be going on. There's no way in hell a whole race could just be like, okay, they got a lynching Thursday. We can go down there and pick which nigga we gonna fuck up. And there's no way, like, somebody wasn't listening to it like, you dirty motherfuckers.
But you just can't.
That's fucked up.
But you just can't use that because at some point in time, everybody has to have the courage, or you have to have the, and I'm not taking up for people. I'm just playing devil's advocate, which I'm good at. It's kind of like, okay.
She's great at it.
It's kind of like this. You like football, right?
Oh, yeah. KC Chiefs, so I don't mind.
Oh, God. Listen, we're going to go through this. No, but you like football. Do you believe what Colin is doing?
I believe that he should stand by his principles and that he shouldn't, like, stray away from that just for money or, like, about how everybody else feels.
So you agree with what he's doing, though?
Yeah.
But you still watch football?
Yes. And I want to bring that up, though. Well, you just brought it up. I want to elaborate on that, I mean.
Go ahead.
I didn't boycott the NFL for the simple fact that there are about 15 to 2,000 highly paid players that still played. It's like,
but they're not getting as much money as they should. Like, you're playing. You're the one who's messing up your body and doing all these. And basically, you may get a lot of money to us, but to heads, you get trash money. Like, you really don't get anything.
I agree.
It's kind of like your entertainment, like what they used to do back in the day.
I agree, but if all of them had stood up and walked off the field, it would have been better.
It would have.
It's like how, okay, like say, like I compare that to the Rosa Parks situation with the bus system. If she didn't start a boycott, who else would have started? And if she had say after they took her to jail and the movement was started, say when she got bailed out, she got right back on the bus.
Yeah.
Then you figure like, okay, we boycotting, but y'all still doing this.
Yeah.
And when we speak about sports boycotts, I always compare that to college basketball or college sports, period. Like, they pimp the shit. Like, I never realized, all right, a person on my Facebook page, cool dude, I know him. Big advocate of boycotting the NFL. But when college sports came on, you were watching that. They don't pay them a penny.
Yeah.
They make billions. Like, I can't boycott when millionaires are still playing that game.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel it was fucked up. Yes, I feel like they're using y'all. I mean, to make billions and pay y'all millions. Yes, but if y'all won't get up and stand up, how do you expect everybody else to?
But that's the point. The point is, if a white person says, well, I think it's wrong, but I ain't gonna fuck up what I got going on to do it, it's the same thing. It is.
Yeah, exactly. So how could you expect somebody to boycott with them? I mean, I got the message. I'm a smart person. I think that the players who chose to say, are the players that were kneeling?
Yeah.
And then they were told, they were instructed by their owner to not kneel anymore. Like, yeah, I think they were scared. They didn't want to lose their livelihood. I'm not going to say they were straight punks, but it really comes down to, like, say if you're in that situation and somebody tells you that's a hard decision to make.
But that's why I don't say anything when people say, well, why didn't they do this or why? Because you don't even know what you would do if you were in that situation. I'm not saying that it's right. I don't think that it is. But at some point, someone has to say, well, even if you don't do it, I'll do it. Like I heard there was, and I feel bad because I didn't do research before, and I should automatically know I'm a black woman. But there was a woman who sat before Rosa Parks did, but it didn't get that much attention.
Wow.
But yeah, somebody did it. It just took somebody else to do it, and then for it to catch attention, like, okay, this is becoming a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it starts. It starts with someone doing. I mean, I'm pretty sure when people would march for civil rights, other black people was like, "No, don't upset them."
So you accusing Rosa of piggybacking?
No,
I'm joking.
No, Rosa, did you now? Come on, girl. Was you the first? No, I'm joking.
It's like being at a party. Somebody says a joke when it's too loud, nobody hears it. And another nigga say it. Nigga's like, "Oh, this nigga's hilarious."
Like, but I said it. Did nobody hear me? It was me.
Nigga, I just said that.
It was me. No, I just think that sometimes you have to do it, and you have to continue to do it. The reason why we would never get anywhere as far as making change for black people is because we're easily influenced. Like, we'll pay attention to one thing and then go to, and I can't act like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I hardly ever talk about Flint anymore. A lot of people were talking about Flint when it first happened. It's like you sidetracked. Something happens and then you like to the next. Or it could just be there's so much shit going on. You just don't know which one to pay attention to. You just have so much and you trying to do so much or try to figure out so much for wrong shit that black people go through. It becomes overwhelming.
And I agree. And I don't think, like you just said, we'll probably never get anywhere unless everybody gets on one page. You can't say, okay, all right, these people over here, they're going to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. Until there's like one huge movement. Like,
yeah.
It's going to take more than Colin.
Take that money.
You know what I mean?
Yep, take that money. If a lot of black players just said, well, I'm not doing this, we're not playing at all.
That was the only way it would have been heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who would be playing? How would y'all make money? You couldn't. You don't have enough players.
Exactly.
But everybody's not going to do that, though, because you like, well, shit, I ain't trying to fuck up what I got going on. Mm-hmm. And some people probably feel like, yeah, I know a lot of people dying in these streets. However, I'm famous. I ain't got to worry about that shit.
And the funny thing about that, too, is, like, we've been... I don't know if it was a boycott. I don't really know what happened. It was like a players lockout situation like years and years ago. And they replaced them all with replacement players. It was like, that's why I said it would take a huge movement because when the stars that are getting those $50 million checks a year, when they walk out, you got about 20,000 D-League players that'll be like, shit, I'll play, nigga.
Yeah.
I'll play for a couple years and then walk off. So then they'll just step up. I mean, you'll have a bunch of players out there you don't know, but the NFL doesn't give a fuck. They're still going to watch the game.
Yeah, you're still going to watch it because you want to see who's going to win. And that's
exactly
true. Which goes to show you are a fucking replacement. It's just like having a job. If you quit or you leave, they're going to find someone else to replace your ass.
Exactly.
So it's not like there's anything that's special about you.
Mm-hmm.
They can replace you. They'll bring somebody else in. It's just that we won't make moves until you affect money. Once you start affecting pockets, and that's something totally different. But all I'm saying is when people say certain stuff like, you know, why won't we do this? Because it takes a lot of people to do it. I mean, and it takes when Trump got president and then orange ass. When he became y'all president.
Cheeto man.
When he became y'all president,
he ain't my damn president.
When he became y'all president, basically everybody was like, "Well, we ain't like back in the day. We ain't like back in the day." No, you weaker.
Yeah, of course.
Because mentally, these people got beat. These people made change, and we can't even do that. So stop talking like that.
We couldn't even come together to get one vote to stop the worst president ever.
You know
and there have been some pretty bad presidents. They all have their own ulterior motives get in. The Bushes were terrible.
Oh, God.
Like, nobody understands how bad the Bushes were.
They were horrible.
You know the funny thing about black people? They'll be like, shit, I got hella raises at my job when Bush was in office. Like, dude, you're not looking at the bigger picture. Those little raises meant nothing. Those people murdered whole countries and shit to get oil and shit to live after presidency.
Well, that's
to own whole corporations. Like, the whole, like, half of their staff had a motive. Like, Cheney said, okay, I want to own all of the construction companies over there. Bush Jr., like, okay, I'll get these oil rigs. His pop, like, okay, I got that. They were all going in, like, on it together. Like, nobody, I researched. I said, I realized it. I researched it, and it was just like, presidents get in there. There should be boundaries set on presidents. You should not be able to get in the presidential office for financial gain. Like, Obama didn't come up. The nigga wrote a couple books, but no, this motherfucker didn't take over no country and get some oil rigs and shit like that. Bush did.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is using the presidency to, like, there were certain restrictions and shit, like where Americans could build hotels, any type of business, whatever the fuck you were doing. Like, there were certain lands you couldn't break down. Ground on. And when he gets out of office, he'll be like all over the world. You see Trump Towers in fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Like,
they're gonna blow
that.
They're gonna blow that shit up anyway.
I would knock that down first.
Especially with what he doing now. Oh yeah, they're gonna blow that shit up anyway.
Oh, this motherfucker took us to war so quick, and like I had to Google because I'm not a big political person, and I don't know like as far as they say we have the strongest military in the world, but shit, nigga, I don't know, nigga.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to get overextended. Like a lot of people don't think about it as deep. I do. I'm scary. I don't want a motherfucking like a cruise missile landing in my backyard. It's like we already have troops like all over the world defending places, and then it's like, okay, where you're messing with Syria, Russia says they're gonna get in on it. Oh shit, China in now, nigga.
Yep.
Kim Jong he at the crib looking like, oh shit, they about to jump. Let me call this nigga. Let's jump to these niggas.
But the president just can't say this is what I want to do and y'all go for it. You know what I mean? Like they have to sign off on this. Has to be you just can't be like, yeah, let's go to war. Like he's not the only one. Obviously, he's not the only one agreeing to this. Like it's others agreeing to this. And anybody would say, when people say that ignorant ass shit, God bless America. So he ain't blessing nobody else. he just over here saying, America, y'all do y'all thing. Everybody else.
Yeah, I got y'all.
Go ahead and die slow. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. And then, of course, America's going to say, well, we have the strongest army. Okay. These people are willing to die.
Yeah.
Are willing to die. Mm-hmm. We cry when our kids are bullied at school.
Yeah.
And these people are willing to die.
Willing to die.
You know what I mean? Keep talking shit.
And like in times of like, and the reason I say this because I got a lot of Facebook friends with family in the National Guard or whatever like that, and we haven't been in war for a long time, so these people are deployed all over the country, and now their families are worried, like out of their mind now because they're over in these places now. It's about to be a war.
Yeah,
it's like, all right. Before we wrap this up, I got to say, there's no way I would ever enlist. I don't have any kids, but I tell people do not. Because if you notice, America never goes to war with people that look like them.
No.
It's always people of color. Always people of color. Those are your brothers you over there helping to kill. Like those sand people, those people that stay over there, those are sand niggas. Those are brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just can't get where you'll go bomb a country that's like hurting each other, but we're doing the same shit at home. It costs $1.8 million to build a cruise missile. And they dropped 112 of them motherfuckers the other day.
Well, of course they're not going to help us, even though we over here. We ain't got shit they need. This is a business.
Exactly.
People are slow. This is a business. It's not like we care about your safety. No, the fuck they don't. You know what? If you die and you ain't making them no money, you just dead. What did he say to tell that woman? Well, he knew what he got into. That's the same way he feel about y'all kids who are enlisted. So remember that. That's how he feel. He knew what he got into it, or she knew what she got into. So remember that.
If a rogue country, or say if somebody's over in Afghanistan, we'll bring that up, and they kidnap 20 American troops. Mm-hmm. First thing they're going to say is, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
We don't negotiate.
But they'll negotiate with people of other countries for
oil.
Yeah, for them hurting other people in their country.
And you don't care about these people hurting. You don't care about these people hurting each other.
No.
They got something that you need and you trying to slide over there and get it. That's what it is.
That country does not use the U.S. dollar. They don't use the World Bank. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but these are facts. I'm going off of that. All right, I'm going to piggyback off of the sports topic, and this is something I've been wanting to talk about all week.
Here we go.
Tristan Thompson. You said don't say get my notes up, but I got to get my notes up because I wrote a lot of shit.
You know.
Tristan Thompson was caught cheating this week. A video surfaced of him kissing, licking, rubbing, doing all types of dirty things with these two women. And I'll ask the question: is that really what is considered cheating? I want to know levels after this. But all right, he cheated on Chloe. I guess Chloe just had the baby. Like she's not pregnant anymore. Just had the baby.
She just had a little girl.
So what if he was just doing that to celebrate? Is that really cheating?
Yeah.
All right, that was not a serious question, but now he's linked up to 5 women.
He said it's not a serious question. Right?
That wasn't.
I really need
to know this information. All right, but what do you think about that? What do you think about that situation? Is that really embarrassing to a Kardashian clan who's known for thriving and being successful off scandal? Is Chloe really hurt? Or is she going to sit back and enjoy these millions that are going to come our way because everything is a publicity stunt? Even bad.
I was going to say it could be two things. It could be a publicity stunt because they do have a show. So it could be like, or it could be a nigga just got caught and you got sloppy, which is also possible because we know a lot of sloppy niggas.
Okay, but he looked way too comfortable with that camera around. It's like he actually looked at it a couple times. Like, who's with a camera and you cheating and shit and you ain't, hey, security, hey, get this nigga, this motherfucker recording me. I would confiscate that shit.
Or he could have been.
If I was a cheater, I'm not a cheater.
Or he could have been fucked up. He could have not just.
He saw that camera.
He could have not just been thinking about it. Because you know what? Listen, let me tell you what groupie females do.
Oh shit! I want to know this.
They could have slid anything in that man's drink, and his dumb ass sitting up there drinking it with his stupid ass. Just sitting up there and like, yeah, like go ahead. And now he's feeling good, and you forget.
So would you buy that excuse if you were Chloe? Hey, these motherfuckers put some X in my drink, baby. I didn't know what I was doing. All of a sudden, shit, my nipples got hard and shit. I started sweating. Next thing I know, I'm kissing these bitches.
I think it's different when you're pregnant. And I say that because I'm a woman. I've been pregnant. And there's a lot of emotion that you go through. Like, if you had time to party, if there wasn't a business meeting and you had time to party, you could have been at home with your woman. Like, come on. Whatever. You could have. So... Just like with Kevin.
She's a Kardashian, though. Ain't no telling what kind of meeting she had. Maybe they was plotting on the next nigga's life that they gonna fucking ruin.
There's not a video of that. What there is video of this nigga getting sloppy in the club with a female. However,
with two of them. I mean, if you're gonna cheat, go big.
But then, your career gonna get ruined, dummy. Aren't you smart? He thought since he was taller, it was gonna mean something. Look at Lamar.
Hey, the last girlfriend he had pregnant and got caught cheating. Hey, they won the NBA Finals that year. Okay. So shit, we might have another ring coming up.
Yeah, and before Kanye got with Kim, he had a nice album that came out. Now look at him. So now look at him.
The Kardashian curse.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'll say this. I heard he was cheating with Khloe. When he was with his girlfriend that was pregnant. So sometimes it's just like, shit, hey, And I
hear women always say this, like the memes and when you hear women giving their friends advice, he's just going to do you just like he did that last girl. So shouldn't she have known?
That's not in every case. Sometimes.
And she was pregnant when he cheated, the last one. So it happened twice.
The bad thing about on her record is, though, shit, like, one, I watch the Kardashians. Well, I don't watch it, but I used to watch it. I like Khloe. I'll admit it. I like Khloe. I like Khloe better than all the rest of them.
I like Kourtney.
Kourtney's cool, but Kourtney a dingbat. But I like Khloe better than...
She's just sexier than the other ones.
Because Khloe was always ready to, like, go at anybody when they would mess with... That's why I like Khloe. However, you just had a relationship with Lamar... And you try to keep his old drug.
That bitch damn near killed Lamar.
She didn't kill. Lamar killed himself.
She damn near killed that man.
Lamar was upset.
She had this nigga so stressed out, he had to go and try to fucking clear his head with prostitutes.
Lamar, like most men who won't admit it, have daddy issues. They want to talk about females all the time. A lot of men have daddy issues. They try to take that shit out on everybody else.
Men have daddy issues?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to look at it like
Explain.
This. Let me do that. Let me do that. I'm not a man, but I see how you niggas act. No. Okay, so me and my mother had this conversation. I'm like, me and my mother are close. Me becoming a woman growing up, I had someone there to help me guide me through that situation. You know what I mean? Like, tell me different stuff I need to hear. I don't know how I would feel if I didn't have that. Just like a man, if you're like, okay, I'm becoming a man, I'm growing into becoming a man. To have someone in your household with that structure, like, yeah, this is what you should do, or giving you sound advice, or just being a good dad, just being there with you, like involved in your life.
I mean, you're not a bad dad if you teach your son to be a player.
You're not a bad dad if you teach your son, like, hey, just don't get involved with these women. Tell them that you're seeing different people, and if she can't handle it, she just can't handle it. I
was about to throw that in there. If you keep it real with your son and say, hey, this is how you do it, there's a way to do everything. I don't advise you to do this, but Like, if that's what you want to do, be honest with the person. Yeah. I do agree with that.
Yeah, because if your daddy tell you that shit and be like, shit, well, that's what I did with your mama, you gonna look at the thing a little different, like, what?
Now all of a sudden there's a fight.
See? Hey, him and his daddy got into it. Yeah, then it's gonna be a little bit different. But sometimes there's a lot of issues with Lamar. Lamar even said that too. He was hurt. His mama died when he was young. Then he had his daddy issues, and his daddy had a drug problem and all this other shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you was dealing with all that. So
I didn't know all of that.
Yes, no one can fix it. If you meet someone, man or woman, and they already got issues, and you can tell they got family issues, there is nothing you can do to help that person.
Nope, issues lead to tissues. But now I gotta say this. Now I gotta say this. What are the levels of cheating? I want to know this. I want to know from the females. Cheating. So if you kiss a person, that's cheating?
If your woman kissed a person, would that be cheating?
Hey, they were closed lips. I mean, I'm defending this man, yes, but all right. What level of cheating? It was like my boy just said. It was a soft cheat.
Nope. So if your woman did a soft cheat, that's cool.
If I saw footage of
here we go, let him lie.
My girl kissed. Yeah, I'm about to lie.
With two dudes. With two dudes.
Oh, you know what? Like you just fucked it up.
I don't care. Fuck y'all.
That's definitely cheating.
That's a train. Choo choo. Fuck you. Shit. What the fuck?
I mean, but all right. Would you forgive him if it was just kissing? Like, is that like a real cheat? Is that a leave cheat? Is that a nigga you not gonna see your baby no more cheat? Because we didn't see a sex tape. I mean, which I'm sure she's familiar with.
He definitely did that shit. He definitely did that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He definitely he went in.
We should have had another male on the show.
Listen, because just like you said, you just said it yourself. If you're going to cheat, you might as well go all the way in.
Go all the way in,
because you know you're gonna get in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
So you cannot tell.
No. He didn't know that.
Nope.
He didn't know that.
He just said it.
I had to take that back. There was no. I mean, I don't think.
But you just said he knew it was a camera there, so you had to know that. Which one you gonna do, Ron? Which one you gonna do?
Yeah, I will say you would think that the motherfucker would have saw the camera because it was clear that they weren't that far from him.
So then he knew he was gonna get in trouble because he saw the camera. You just said he knew.
I brought that up in the conspiracy part about it because that could have been something to add to the show because there's no way. In that aspect of it, I would say it was a setup because he should see the camera. But say if the camera wasn't that close to him, hidden camera on the wall, something like that, because I definitely would have me, I'm the type of nigga that's looking around. I ain't gonna cheat in public. If I was a cheater, I wouldn't cheat in public because I would be too paranoid that somebody would see somebody's taping, even though I'm not fucking Tristan Thompson.
Let me give you a simple answer. Is that cheating? Cheating is whatever you would do or the other person would do to you that you would get mad at.
I hate you. You always give the perfect answers.
That is what cheating is.
Why do you always get the good answers?
Because I think. I'm a woman that uses her brain. No, that's what cheating is. That is a very good answer. If you were to say, but women say that all the time. We say that the only difference is women are quick to take a dude back. I've done it before. Women are quick to take a dude back.
Was it a hard cheat or a soft cheat?
It was a fucking hard cheat.
Okay.
And me being a cheater in my past, I understand, which is why I was kind of like, maybe I shouldn't be so tough. Could this be my karma coming back to me? All these answers, all these questions were going through my head, so I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just go ahead and see how this works. However, disrespect is disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
After the shit continues, you're like, hey, shit, the rest of these bills ain't really getting paid. Ladies, if he's paying all the bills, if he's paying each and every bill, and you're not paying a damn thing, go ahead and take the L. As a matter of fact, while he's gone, that'll give you enough time to go and do what you gotta do. But don't be a dummy. Don't be a dummy. Yeah,
don't be a dummy. And y'all should give us, we should have a system, a rating system. Soft cheat to hard cheat.
No.
All right, just like they rate murders, first, second, and third degree. No. And then, if you didn't mean to kill this motherfucker, it could be downgraded to manslaughter. Maybe he didn't mean to kiss them.
No, what I'm saying is, don't get it twisted. I'm not telling you if he paying all the bills, just go ahead and take the L. What I'm saying is, while the nigga gone, that'll give you enough time to go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
Revenge cheat. You know what?
That is not a revenge cheat.
You know what? Let me elaborate on the revenge cheat.
That is not a
revenge cheat is the worst cheat ever. Fellas, if you listening. I know y'all listening. Listen good, fellas.
That is not true.
If your woman catches you cheating and she forgives you and stays with you,
watch out if your daddy's fine.
Nigga, just leave. If your woman catches you cheating, just leave.
That is not
no, true. Nigga, listen. Hey, y'all, do not listen to her. I'm about to mute her mic.
All women do not do that. All women do not do that.
Listen, okay, well, you know what? Since we could not clearly determine which woman you are at that time, leave, nigga.
But that's like saying men cheat. So since we can't determine which one you are, we should just go ahead and assume. And then what y'all say? Y'all act like all niggas the same. y'all get y'all feelings. Y'all act like all niggas the same. And then we be like, cause they are. No, they ain't. So you basically saying
no, but look, this ain't regular cheating. I'm talking revenge cheating here. I'm talking revenge cheating.
I like to see
if your woman finds out you've been cheating, leave. Because let me tell you what they will do with a revenge cheat. A revenge cheat is the worst because she wants payback. It's not like it was a simple, like, oh, this nigga is super fine. Oh, this nigga pay attention to my hair. This nigga noticed my dimples. He compliments me all day. I'm going to slide and get this nigga some pussy just to make me feel better. My relationship is so mundane. And
y'all don't even find out
you know
about
what I mean?
cheating.
All right, we might not, but we know damn well we ain't going to risk a revenge cheat. Because let me explain what a revenge cheat is. Y'all go above and beyond. When a woman revenge cheats, all them nasty things you want to do to your woman, she don't let you do. Like, nigga, I'm not that nasty. Or, nigga, stop. Blah, blah. She gonna let that nigga do that shit.
Probably because he know how to do
that. No, because a revenge cheat doesn't necessarily mean you already fucked with him.
Sir, if you're
just gonna go out and find somebody to pay that nigga back with.
That is so not true. We already know it.
Yes, y'all are gonna revenge cheat.
Talking about we gonna find somebody. You already knew who he was.
But that don't mean you already fucked him. So you don't know if he gonna do it better or not. But when that nigga say, "Oh man, they get nasty," then all of a sudden put it on my face. That y'all turn into that nigga. Y'all turn into that chick.
Is he asking to put it on his face, or is?
You already know. A lot of women are in a relationship with a nigga for what he can provide.
A lot of these niggas aren't providing.
They might not feel like he the sexiest nigga, so no, they're not gonna let him put it on their face.
A lot of these niggas or a lot of these dudes are not providing. You know what? It's okay. No, let's get into this.
Let's get in.
I hear a lot of this. My friend posts stuff like that all the time. Like if a man couldn't provide, first of all, a man is the first person to talk about a woman being on Section 8 or on government assistance, and he'd have his bum ass right over there. Living in a house that's off government assistance with our motherfucking ass.
You right.
So what do you mean? What are you providing? The only person who he should be thanking is Uncle Sam for providing him with a place to stay.
But you don't listen to those niggas. I've told women all the time.
A lot of them niggas are the ones that's talking. You know what? A lot of dudes that are providing for the home don't even say shit about providing for the home because they just like shit. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
I agree with that.
Yeah, why give me a hand clap? But the niggas who be talking the most shit be like, so basically, your mama asked you for an extra 100 this month. So that's why you mad at everybody else.
That is not true because I talk the most shit and I do not depend on a woman. But I will say this. Women are quick to mess with a dude that can bring nothing to the table and move in on her Section 8 and do this and that.
And this is why.
And then after it doesn't work out, when you saw that the man was already... first of all, if you have to move in with a woman, you have nothing. You meet them. Y'all go out on y'all first date or y'all meet the first day, y'all hang out, and then the next day, this nigga ain't got shit to do? This nigga ain't got nowhere to be? Why fucking kick a family off with it? Y'all kick a family off quick.
What you mean?
Women. I'm not looking at you.
No,
but you know how many women who have kicked if you wake up the next day, Monday morning, your alarm go off, are you putting on your little business skirt, you going to the call center, get them phones and shit.
I can't.
And this nigga,
I can't deal with your man.
And this nigga don't got nowhere to be. He don't even. You know how nigga ain't shit. When you done getting your clothes on, that nigga still in the bed. He heard that rustling. He heard everything. You got your keys. You shaking them hard like nigga, and that nigga don't move. He wants you to say, okay, just lock up when you leave, or I'll be back around. That. I know you ain't got that shit, nigga, but what happened 2 years later? You got 2 kids with this nigga, and you on Facebook talking about him.
You want to know why? Well, I will say this. For a lot of females, too. A lot of females, don't want to be alone. Like, even older females. I done see older females.
If you messing with ain't shit, nigga, you are alone. No. It's just somebody else there.
Basically, you are. But I'm telling you, when we had this conversation so many times on the show, I think it's a lot of it is for social media. Because you'll hear so many people talk about like how great their relationship was, and as soon as they break up, like they both talking bad about each other, and you like, damn, nigga, like last week shit was looking good. So what happened? So one is because people don't want to be alone. And people love playing house. It's the playing house thing. It's like, yeah, we're together, we're a family until all the hard shit come. And then you kind of like, whoa, what was all this? No, that's what it takes to be a family. So I agree. There are a lot of women who do that. A lot of women who won't even think like, okay, well, I don't even understand how women mess with dudes or how dudes mess with females who they know that person don't take care of their kids. Like, how?
Exactly.
How are you comfortable with talking to this person and you know this person's not a good parent to their kids? Like, I couldn't do that. Like, once I find that out, that's enough for me. Because if you do your kids dirty, you do me any kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
All right, but the only difference in that, and I'm a man, I know, it takes a little while longer for a man to get sold on this woman. Like, first of all, when we go in, we don't even start thinking with our head on our shoulders until about 6 months later. Like, the only thing we want is that. I mean, when you're in that situation, I'm not there no more. But a woman can see you ain't shit, and she feels that. I mean, I've never heard a man say, "I thought I could change her." I mean, if they do,
I've heard some.
Then they're saying like, okay, like they talking about the aspect of she's out here doing this and like promiscuity and all that bullshit. A woman thinks that they can build a businessman but off of a man that don't even have a job right now.
But you know why? It's because a lot of, you know what? It's because a lot of men do not look, and I'll say dudes because sometimes it's not always a man. So I'll say males.
That was a low blow. Sorry.
I'll say males. Sometimes it's like a catch-22. If you date a dude who has absolutely nothing, he's trying to build something, or even if he's not, he just has nothing, basically. No car, no job, no whatever. Then dudes talk about this female like, oh, you stupid, you knew he didn't have shit anyway.
Exactly.
At the same token, if a woman say, well, I kind of feel like I got myself together, I want a man on the same level as me. You a gold digger. That's what's wrong with black women. Black women don't want to help a man out. Like, no, pick your poison.
Women never say that.
Pick a side. Pick a side. You can't just sit up here and say, well, a woman ain't a rider. She ain't going to be there for you when you down. Why would you even want a woman if you down? Why? I can understand if you with that person already and then shit happens. That's totally different. But nigga, if you ain't got no car, you ain't got no job, the last thing you should be worried about is getting a woman.
I get erectile dysfunction when I'm broke.
You know what?
So I can't even.
It won't come up.
I can't get it up. That's because I got no business even like attempting to have sex with a person. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you have like your whole day should be spent thinking or putting moves into place to where you can succeed.
But people don't do that.
I mean, at least set up the path, nigga, because there's no way you can like get somewhere without taking steps.
But people don't do it. Look how many men are in relationships in the winter and summertime. They single.
But women drive that.
The shit is true.
Women drive that. They on Facebook. I need a cuddle buddy.
And listen. And
it's almost October. Where y'all at?
And then your stupid ass go right over there. And then 8 months or 9 months later, 10 months later, you complain about child support. But you went though. You knew what this person was talking about.
And we were seduced.
Shit, had you stayed your ass at home downstairs in the basement.
Man, niggas, you know what? I don't like that concept of the cuddle buddy, the wintertime boyfriend, girlfriend shit. That's always a setup.
You ain't using my heat. It's sucking up my shit. And you know what? It's been since the 80s since I heard the dude say, well, me and her been dating for a while, so I moved her in with me. Yeah. What? When did this... Where'd you move her in at? At your house. Okay. I haven't heard that in a long time. The next time, ladies... Listen, if I'm wrong on Facebook, wherever, just tell me if your situation is different. But I've never heard a man say she was down on her luck. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help her build back up. So I moved.
Yeah, you did. You heard Boogie Williams say that.
Boogie said that and they ain't together, so he don't count. He said after she got her income tax, she was
That's gone. Because you know what? When you let a woman move in your house, they don't want to do numbers. Sit around and play Madden. And motherfucking.
Hey, don't bug me when I'm playing Madden. Talking about some. Hey, you make some sandwiches? Cause
Now you know what? I think that and it may sound funny, but a lot of the women I know, it's like they actually focus when they hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like, people talk about women for being on Section 8 or having to go to a shelter, but a woman, even though those opportunities are afforded to them, and maybe not to the males, but they gonna go to that motherfucking shelter for that amount of time to where they can get a place. They gonna go do that.
That is shit.
A lot of women won't let you move them in. She's like, "No, nigga, you ain't about to control me. Tell me to do this, tell me to do that."
You know what? No, I think a lot of, especially if she got kids, I think a lot of women would. I just think they don't hear that. I think you don't hear that, because I've seen so many dudes that's like, and I listen, dudes, hello. I'm not bashing all y'all. It's some good black men. It's some good white men. I mean, it's some good men. I can't say.
Hey, hold on. Keep this black right now. No, I'm just joking.
Well, I'm just saying. No.
You got that white dude back in your inbox.
Where you been, buddy? I ain't seen you in a minute. Anyway, no. So, there's a lot of good men. So I'm not talking about just trash men, like men just do horrible shit. I'm not saying that, because there are good ones. And I try to talk about good ones too. I don't get likes when I talk about good ones, so I feel like y'all don't want to hear that shit. What you want to hear is
nobody ever wants to hear about the perfect woman. If I make, like, you just don't know, I'll make a status about, all right, say if I go on, because I ran all day on Facebook. I can go for 2 days straight just talking about all the bad women, just making fun of it, jokes and shit.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, likes, comments. I was trying to build the website last night. Man, Facebook going crazy the whole day. I got a notification. I had earplugs in, so you hear this big ass ding, like, what the fuck, all the time. But if I was to post a status, like, and I used to, but I don't now, just because of the reaction, like, all right, I talk about those women because it's funny. Everybody knows those types, and women can relate, men can relate. But this is something about the good women. Nobody responds. Like, I don't know, really, when you look at it, all of the good women are dead or in jail.
You know what? you know what? What kills me about men? What kills? I'm so fucking done with his ass. What kills me about men is that men want to talk about women.
No, we don't.
No, men want to talk about women. All these women doing all these bad things. But it's like I said before, your mama was doing this shit not too long ago.
Hey, hold on. Hey, no dozens on this show. No, but hey, all right, let me say this. For the last 2 weeks.
Ask your mama. ask your mama what she was doing.
I do not want to find out anything
when the firelight was really popping off. or the green duck was really popping off. Stop playing.
Now, this is the only thing. For the past couple of weeks, which I found is hilarious, and a lot of people have too, the last week, I've just did role reversals. I've been saying things about women that women always say about men and have been for years and years. And it's just funny, like, oh, my girl came in. She didn't come home last night talking about she was over at her homegirl house playing Madden.
I thought about that.
Oh, this motherfucking chick in the studio all day working on her fucking mixtape, and she ain't got no time for me. And you know what? I just took that and just flipped it and just say, like, everything women say about us. I haven't been talking about women like they do bullshit or this, and that. But one thing women do is that they'll just talk about men all the time. Like, one thing I won't do, I have an ex that did me terrible. Like, fucking terrible, like the worst. We'll have a show about that one day. I mean terrible, like the worst I've ever been done in my life.
It's gonna be great.
And I've never been bitter. Like, I don't harbor any animosity towards her. She's living her life. She actually bettered mine by dropping my ass. Like, I found a special person. I got my life together quick. Like, I made the fastest turnaround in NBA history.
How's she doing?
I don't know. I actually don't know. But you know what? Friends of hers are on Facebook, and every once in a while, they'll just like, I got congratulations from them. Like, one of them was like, you know what? It was best that ended. Like, maybe she was saying, well, shit, I already knew by then, by the time she left me. But they were like, you didn't deserve this and that.
Yeah, you did. You deserve that
no,
shit
I
for
didn't.
your past. Yeah, you did. Like I said, people pay.
So you think that's what it was, karma?
Pay attention to your karma. Why everybody want to act crazy? When I see people on social media and they be like, oh my God, I'm so hurt. Like, this person did the worst to me. And then my question is, what the fuck did you do before this person? Like, sometimes I expect my karma.
I've never done a person like that, though.
It don't matter. You can't put your level of how you hurt somebody on another person, because another person may feel like you did do them dirty and you like, nah, I didn't do that much to you. Well,
man, what karma overdoes it sometimes then. Karma, if you listening,
Karma said, "Hey, what's up? So what's up? We got anything else from the past? We just go ahead and settle
Exactly,
out?
but look, why won't Karma, which I'm assuming is a woman, that's a female name.
Karma is not.
Why won't she match you for the same level that you did? If I cheated a little bit every now and then, okay, all right, you know what? Throw a couple women in my life like that before I get myself together. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I've been paid back.
No, because life ain't fair. Because life ain't gonna tell you, no, listen, whatever you do, I'm gonna get the same thing back to you. No,
it gotta be the same.
That's like, we got surprises all this month.
Hey, for a whole year, I was just taking big, huge L's behind this woman.
Hey, Karma,
and it was just so fucked up.
Karma said, what we got to do today? Get back Ron's ass.
And she fucking killed me. Like, she crippled me. I never left. Like, I'm not the type of person, if I leave you, I mean, it depends on my financial situation. Just say if I'm doing okay, I'm going to make sure you are at the level you are or above. I'm not going to try to make sure you're homeless. I'm not going to try to make sure you don't get your food stamp card out the house. I'm not going to go like so deep to where it's just now you're just being petty.
Technically, you should thank her.
I have.
You should, yeah. Because
I thanked her on Facebook last week.
Yeah, because the lesson, becomes a blessing. Like, thank you for, or like dealing with this situation made me think differently. It put me in a different position. It made me get on my shit. Like, I wasn't really thinking about, like, damn, I could lose this that quick. Like, and this is what I need to do to stay where I want to be. So yeah, so sometimes
I lost everything. It was like. And I didn't think, you know what, men, they fall into that trap to where, you know how women say, if that nigga ain't on the lease, that ain't his house, and it's blah, blah, blah. We rented the house together, and I still got kicked out that motherfucker. Police was like, no, nigga, this chick said you did something you wasn't supposed to be doing. You got to go. You can't turn, all the utilities weren't my name. And the paperwork they brought was like, if you turn this shit off before your court date, you going to jail. You violating this restraining order. Oh. It was like she came back with some documents so detailed, like, nigga, if you talking to another bitch and you say something about her, we coming to get your ass. We listening. She did me so dirty. I left that motherfucking relationship. And then the crazy thing is, friends of mine were friends of ours at the time. I'm like, hey, dude, she got your shit on Craigslist. This motherfucker sold my CD covers and like everything. It was like I left that motherfucker with like a bag. They were like, "You get what you can get in 5 minutes." I'm like, dude, I got TVs and all kinds of
But what they should
you'll get none of that.
But no, what they meant is that night you had to get everything, but they didn't. But you could have still had one of them escort you to the house to get your stuff.
They were at the house.
No, I'm not talking about that day that it happened.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying the next day. If you would have said, I have stuff there and I want to get it, but they told me that I need to go. Uh-huh. It's just that night when it happens, and I don't know, because I done seen Cops too many times. It ain't never happened to me, you know what I mean? But I watch Cops and they be like, hey, you got to get your stuff. You come back at a later time when the situation's cooled down and get your stuff. It's not to say, like, you have to stay away. Unless you do.
I wasn't familiar with that process. That was the first time this happened.
And black men, this is why exactly... If you're gonna be doing certain stuff or in certain situations, it is very important that you know the law. Stop trying to read on something instead of opening Facebook. Open up a book,
exactly,
and read up on stuff that you should know and things that you need to know. Because I think it's absolutely crazy to not know these things. I mean, it's the same
women learn those things faster than men. They learn ways to be like, okay, I
learned it watching Cops. You could have did it, like shit.
I don't think I ever paid attention to the paperwork on Cops. I used to watch Cops with certain people, like Cops in Kansas. Like, shit, that's my nigga Drac on this motherfucker.
That's because you was looking. I was just looking at the domestic disputes when a lady without no teeth come downstairs. She'd be like, "Get his ass out of here."
I changed it on that part. Hey, the crazy thing about it too was like when they served me that paperwork, it took everything. Basically, so I couldn't get nothing back. I went to the courthouse the next night. Like, saying the judge had signed whatever the paper said. So I went down there like, hey, how can I find this judge? And blah, blah, blah. I got to talk to this nigga. I can't go 30 days without my shit.
Yeah.
Like, she really affected my life. So, all right, they were like, okay, all right. So told me what floor he was on. Whoever went in there was like, okay, we got somebody want to talk to you. And then, like, all right, it was like, wait right here. So I'm sitting out on this bench in the courthouse. And like 10 minutes later, like a couple sheriff deputies came up there and they went in the same room that the lady went in. So I had warrants, so I left. I thought I was about to go to jail, but then later on, motherfucker was like, dude, you probably can't talk to a judge without Deputies there, but hell, hey, shit, I didn't know, so I bounced out. I took that shit as an L.
Yeah, they have to be in your presence.
I saw them niggas, so I waited till they went in and closed that door, and I rolled out.
So basically, you didn't get your shit back.
I didn't get shit.
You didn't get your shit back because your shit wasn't straight. So basically, it wasn't a situation; it was your personal situation.
Hey, it was both. It was both. I wouldn't have been put in that situation to have to go and ask somebody, can I get my shit back? Because I think, be fair. Be fair. I mean, no matter what happened to you in the past, if a nigga stabbed you, shot you, whatever the fuck, I ain't gonna say get over it, but don't put that on me.
Everybody's not the same.
I learned that day.
Which is why men and women too, and I've had to learn that too, I think it's important for you to get to know somebody instead of you just rushing in and just like, oh yeah, let's do this. I mean everything. I mean somebody's family, because family is important too.
Yeah.
I think you should get to learn the whole 9 before you seriously get it. When people be like, oh, I'm in love, and it's like, damn, this quick. No, you got to look at the situation. Yeah, you got to look at the situation 5-10 years down the road. Anything could happen. I want to know about you. I want to know what you got going on and because I think even though stuff can still mess up then, but it's at least you tried. At least you did your due diligence and finding everything. I can't talk today. I'm finding everything out. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
Due diligence is something that you can really not say when you're drinking. I don't know how I just got it out. But I will say this.
And we are drinking.
I will say this. This was my case. I mean, I know a lot of other people might go through this too. But if you've dealt with a person previously, because the person that did this, we knew each other since we were teenagers, the whole fake first love shit.
I'm trying to find out this name.
And she moved out of town. And I think this was in 2010 when I ran back across. We used to meet up periodically. She come back in town, see her mom. I might run into her and shit every couple of years or something. Oh
wait, hold on. This is the one who moved out of town, moved back.
Yeah.
Oh, we putting 2 and 2 together, putting them puzzle pieces together.
Hey, but then you think you still know somebody though. Don't get tricked into that. If you are hey man, shit, I know her. We've been through. Man, we was from 14 to 20. We was always together with y'all kids then. You don't know this grown motherfucker that came back.
Listen,
it's about to cripple your life.
I tell people all the time, chicks be like, but we knew each other when we was 7. Yeah, bitch. And by then, y'all was playing hide and go seek. Now it's a little different story.
Nigga, everybody plays the same. You could tell they was crazy. Nigga, how hard is it? This nigga used to play it like shit. I thought it was cool. Nigga, motherfuckers grow up and get into other shit. Their state of mind changes. Life
happens.
Yeah, it creates people.
It happens. And then they could have been in a relationship with somebody who was really bad and that affected them. I mean, different things affect different people. So it's very important for you to get to know someone.
Very.
But it's just, oh my gosh, it's exhausting. Ron, be glad.
Getting to know somebody?
Yes. Probably for me it is because I don't get out. I don't get out and do these things. I don't. But you don't need to. You're in a relationship, so you don't need to get out. Stay your ass at home. What I'm saying
she
is,
doesn't let me out.
About Rocky, you come outside. Open the window.
Now she said y'all could come in here for a minute.
Y'all can stay for just a second though, but I can't come out. You don't punch me. I remember asking my friend, you don't punch me, you can't come out. What you do? I'm nosy. I want to know what you did. But no, it's
oh shit.
It's better than being
brought back memories.
Ryan was in the window looking at everybody else play that one hand slide down the window.
Hey, I was just about to say that. Hey, I wasn't that tight. Growing up, my grandmother used to make us not. Well, yeah, we couldn't really go anywhere, but she would get things. We had a big backyard, so she would just try to put everything we wanted back there. But I had this friend, turned out to be one of my best friends growing up. His mama didn't play that shit. We used to play in this little field at the corner. And we turned that motherfucker into a sports complex. We played basketball, football, soccer, hockey, everything at that motherfucker. And his house was right across the alley, looking over it. And that's how we met him, actually. We talked to this nigga for a year through that window. We was good friends before we actually saw this nigga's body. All we saw was this nigga's face.
We said, oh, you tall.
Nigga, I didn't know you was skinny. I just pictured a bigger dude. Hey, that's how some people are.
Sometimes you gotta live vicariously through other people. We looking outside talking about, so how y'all feeling right now? Are y'all having fun? Talking about, yeah, we feel the fun emotion.
Hey, see, they have emojis back then, but we would have just probably like sent them one of those. This is how I'm feeling right now. We feeling good out here, bro.
They're like, can you come out? Mm-mm.
That nigga could never come out. Like, never. Like, I never saw this dude for like the first, like almost a year. But when he finally came out, we kicked it though. He already knew us. She knew what type of person I am. Like, that nigga Ron.
He's talking about, oh.
Oh, that nigga came outside. We didn't even recognize him because there wasn't no screen in front of his face.
That fool had to put the screen up. Like, it's me, y'all.
He had to bring it outside with him. Like, nigga, it's me.
It's me talking about, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, nigga, what's up? Hey, we made good friendships after that nigga got out. Like he got out of prison or some shit.
Oh my gosh. She said, I guess you finally became a man. You go ahead outside. Over to the cross from the alley.
She gave him that Boys in the Hood mama's talk.
With that cigarette hanging out. I guess you're a man now.
Oh shit, but he couldn't go. Hey, that nigga was still like, we knew him for a year, but we would only see him right there at that motherfucking park for like the next 8 months. Like shit, I'm gonna give you a try run, nigga. If I look out this window, your ass ain't right there, nigga. Hey, you back in here?
Ron said, "Hey, so we going across down to the corner store. Can you go?" That boy said,
"Nah, nigga, bring me some chips back. Bring me some of them chili cheese Fritos."
But let me hold the field down. I'm gonna hold the field down.
Oh my god. I just fucking really I started sweating on that shit. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Shout out to Screen Window Friend, man. That's oh, y'all.
I'm hearing all kind of noises. Somebody breaking in here. All right.
I'm running through the back. I'm leaving Ron here. It's about Ron. Protect the equipment.
Hell yeah, nigga. You can take everything else in this motherfucker, but nigga, this is our livelihood.
Ron watching his TVs walk out talking about, yeah, you can take that one too. Just not.
Oh, nigga, that motherfucker about to go out anyway. It's a little dot on that motherfucker when you put it on BET.
I don't even really watch that. He's talking about, what?
I can't stand you. I got to bring up this topic. I wasn't going to talk about it on this show, but you're a female. I want your opinion on this because I'm sure you actually listen to these people. I don't.
Here we go.
All right. Well, I didn't even bring up the difference. You know, we'll talk about that next show. Nicki Minaj. And you know what? Before I go to this topic, Nicki released her album cover, and she is looking, I don't use the word snack.
Nope.
But she's looking.
Nope, you can't talk about that. You can't. Nope, you can't talk about that. You want to know why? Because every time I start talking about stuff,
I want to talk about Nicki.
Listen,
let's talk about Nicki. Please.
That boy sound like he been in the bedroom for years. Couldn't get up.
Oh my god! Hey, Mike, did you see that album cover?
Nope.
Nope.
Dude. You can't talk about that. You want to know why? Because every time
was that a Brazilian wax?
Every time I go in and talk about men, you know what? Say that.
Hold on, let me take my headphones off.
Listen.
Hey. No, she didn't have it out, but boy.
Listen. Ron,
I can just imagine what it looked like.
Ron's hair ain't braided up, so Ron been doing this Vidal Sassoon little hair spin when he put his headphones on. Just let yourself.
If I ever meet Nicki this time, I'm gonna have my hair down. It's gonna be that shit gonna be flat iron.
Hey, she like, what you supposed to get a braided tonight? Talking about, I missed the appointment.
It's all about you, Nicki. No. I canceled that shit.
You know what? Nope, you can't talk about that.
So I can't talk about Nicki?
Nope, because every time I talk about me, you be like, I'm moving on.
Okay, well, since she said I can't talk about Nicki.
Moving on.
Hey, I don't care if y'all support our album, but please go download the cover art. It's beautiful.
Nicki got this song. She always, ladies, I know y'all had to hear that song.
I know y'all seen that cover.
It's called Get On Your Knees. I love that song.
Is that off the new album?
No, it's not. I haven't even seen it. I seen it when she was crying on the radio station.
Oh, you didn't? Hey, look up the Chun-Li album cover.
I heard when she was crying on the radio.
I can tell you looking at it right now.
About Nicki. I was looking it up.
Oh my God. And that's why I want to discuss the subject. Damn, I can't express my love for Nicki Minaj.
Because when I was saying her ex was swinging out like just laying pipes like when he was.
How do you know he was laying them?
Listen, with that there, you're laying pipes, and I'm telling you, they're connecting. They are connecting. The streets are running. The water is running through the well.
After that album came out, I started to respect Safari. Like, this nigga was like in that for years. Like, I mean, he had to deal with the old Nicki too, the one that probably didn't look like she do now. But
see, she didn't have to deal with look. She was just like, nigga, I don't even remember what this nigga looked like. She was probably like, do you remember what your ex looked like? She just put up a picture of his penis, talking about like this. Yeah, that's what he looked like.
Motherfucker asked Nicki what's her type, and this motherfucker just put her hands apart like
like this.
That's fucked
that's
up.
How I know
that's how y'all look at us.
That's how I know she was messing with Nas. That's why I know Nas got and Nas got Khalees too, and Khalees looked like she's like, hey, you better come with some. You know what I'm saying?
Not really feeling Khalees.
Khalees bad. I don't care. Khalees bad, and I'm telling you what. And he was still emotional like years later after she. I'm like, yeah, Khalees is bad. He lost the real one. But
yeah, but they had a baby together. I think that added to his emotion. Khalees is kind of, to me, she's like Nas
a
D-list Erykah Badu.
Well, here's the thing. Not even musically, personality wise, he could have felt like he had a rider. And then after that happened, after she played him, he messed
like
up.
Eve did Stevie J, like Khalees did Nas.
Stevie J the only one who they said packing, who I'll be like, nah, yuck.
Hey fellas, women say that.
Nah, no.
Let's say if on the second season of our podcast, after all of our success, thanks to y'all, we get Stevie J on the show.
And I would talk to him and be happy that he's here, and that would be it.
Hey, we would wrap up. I call Bianca and be like, hey, girl, good. Wait a minute, is that Stevie J in the background? Where you at?
I'd be like, no, that's Safari. that boy came through. Harvey's about to do another show. I said I was gonna go ahead and give him some test runs because I didn't really know how he sound, how his voice would come through. But we gonna be there in a minute though. Just give us probably about 5 hours, little like 6.
Shit!
Ready to record it too.
Now, see, she can talk about that, but I can't talk about Nicki.
No, because this is
the whole topic wasn't about to be how sexy Nicki Minaj is.
This has been the longest that I've got, ladies. Y'all have to understand. This has been the longest I get to express my feelings regarding this situation. I think Nicki is bomb.
I agree.
However, what I don't like about you niggas is Nicki got fake body parts, and then y'all be talking about everybody else who going down there to get them. Like, y'all don't be looking at everybody else who got fake body parts.
All right, this is the thing about the album cover, though. Like, you don't see the booty. You just see everything that's naturally Nicki.
What do you
see? Know what I mean? Are you looking at it?
Her boobs are fake. What do you mean naturally Nicki?
I wasn't even... You know what? This album cover is so dope to where you only looking at her from, like, the waist to the knee.
I like it.
It's so... look in there. Like, really train yourself in there. Look in there.
I like
it's like, it's so clean and, like delicious looking in that area.
I like it because it makes me want to just go ahead and plug up the PS4. Get on a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Get on a little bit of the game.
Play some Street Fighter.
You know, my favorite is Ryu, but we can do some other. I play with some other characters too. Chung-Li's bad.
Hey, you know what? Hey, all right, back to the booties. And we're going to talk... Like, I already got the roster set up for next show, so we're going to go more in depth with the booties. But I got to say this. I'm not a huge fan of the fake butts because, as I've said before, they don't really get the legs right. Like, it's like this table right here. Like, what if this table had some skinny-ass legs? Like, you looked under and it was like, the motherfucker about to tip over. Like, they don't match that up right. I'm not a huge big butt fan. Well, fake butt fan.
This cover's cute.
Oh, shit. That motherfucking covers more
her
than
nose
cute.
Looks absolutely
now, nigga, you looking too far up.
No, her nose looks absolutely different.
Look at her eyes. Don't she look kind of chinky on that? Hey, Mike, you pulled it up?
This ain't her.
Oh, yeah, I'll check it out.
No, it ain't her.
Look at her nose. She got a pudge.
You know what?
I mean, it's her, but
I ain't got Google pulled up on my laptop right now. I don't need to look at it again. I looked at this shit like 8 hours the other day.
Nicki got one of them Michael Jackson. One of them pulling out the nose that you want to. You be like, which one I want to use? I'm not saying this. I'm not saying, hey, if I could do that, I'd be like, who do I want to be today?
Only women would say that.
Don't try to make it seem like a person hating. I think this picture's beautiful. I actually liked her better when she wasn't wearing all this stuff and doing all this shit.
Wearing all what stuff? She damn near don't have on nothing.
She doesn't have makeup.
Oh,
when she wasn't putting all this shit on her face. I think Nicki is pretty. You will never catch me be like,
Nicki.
just like Cardi, but you will never catch me being a hater. Any woman who making money, who out here do what you do. Get this cash and then call me later. Be like, hey, B, I heard you shouting me out. Thought I'd go ahead and call you, get you on. Okay, that's cool.
I'm going to make a song about Nicki.
Can I bring Ron? they be like, oh shit,
that nigga been stalking me.
They be like, Ron sent me a couple messages. I'd be like, yeah, I heard about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
But what are we talking about with Nicki? What are we talking about? What happened?
Nicki, can't you see?
Oh. Hey!
Somehow your album cover. No, I couldn't fit them all in.
Listen, first of all, what you need to do is leave the rapping to the professionals.
I gotta write it.
What you need to do is leave the rap to the professionals. The Juice is Loose 2018 coming soon for the summer. It's been extended since the summertime ain't really coming, but as soon as October get here and the summertime come out,
Mother Nature pushed the summer back this year.
We pushed my album back, but don't even worry about it, y'all. It's coming.
The 4th of July will now be held in August.
August the 4th.
All right, but this is what I was going to talk about. And this is because I want a woman's point of view. 2 females battling for the top spot. And I think people are overdoing it. All right, Nicki Minaj dropped 2 singles off her upcoming album, Chun-Li. I'm going to download the album art.
I told you this ain't... Okay, go ahead.
That is her.
Look at this nose.
You know what? I'm about to move on. 2 weeks after Cardi B dropped Invasion of Privacy, which went gold in like a day. And now everybody is like basically comparing the two, trying to get beef out of them. You heard the story about the video shoot with, what was that song? Motorsport. And it was like something was said about how there was beef because Cardi was coming up. She didn't want to be in like scenes with her.
That is not what happened was.
I know you know. Let's do this.
What happened was Nicki changed her verse in Motorsport. Supposedly, people are saying she changed her verse after she heard Cardi B's verse. This is what they said. Quavo said that she changed her, and you got to think Quavo. She's dating Offset, so
Offspring.
They got. I don't know what I was trying to say. I done called that boy Set It Off. This young dude said, "You mean Offset and Foot Locker?" I said, "Mind your business." Shit. Yeah. But no, so they basically told Cardi that maybe, and they could have been hyping her up too, like, damn, after she heard your shit, because most of the time that's how it is. They could have said, after she heard your shit, she had to switch up her stuff. So,
I mean, that happens. I've seen T.I. and Ludacris do it.
Yeah, they did that. They did it on that song.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so they said that, and I guess, I don't know if Cardi B was on a show or she did something and she said it, or if Nicki just heard her say it through people that they know.
Say what?
That Cardi changed her. Cardi basically said Nicki changed her. The same thing she was told. Nicki changed her verse on Motorsport. So she was like, so Nicki went on the radio station and was like, I was in support of her. I was really in support of her. Like, do your thing, get it done, da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, when she heard that Cardi was telling people that she changed her verse in Motorsport, she was just kind of like, damn, what you trying to say?
I mean, where was the diss, though? Like, I don't get, like...
There was no, from what I heard, unless somebody else comes out with something, they say something different. I just heard Cardi said, basically, she changed her verse. And I don't know if Nicki took it as, damn, you trying to diss me. Like, you trying to tell people I needed to change my verse in order to be, because I heard your shit.
In order to top yours.
However, you changed it, bitch. I mean, there wasn't a lie. The truth was you changed your verse. Your verse was something totally different.
So you think she felt disrespected just by getting out that she changed her verse?
I think, yes, because at any time, I mean, just like when Ludacris and T.I., when they did it, you like, oh, you had to change your shit because obviously the first one that you came with wasn't hard enough. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. So then anybody would look at it like, damn, that nigga make that person change their stuff. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what happened. Do I think that everybody else, like the media, pushed them to get it? Yeah, because they always do that shit with women. This is what I'm saying. Women cannot be unified because there's always somebody pushing women together. And then everybody falls for that shit. Instead of you just saying shit, it's two talented people. Yeah. Like people be like, Cardi can't fuck with Nicki. Nicki been in the game for 10 years. Yeah. She shouldn't be able to mess with her. Like, how slow are you? Like, you shouldn't be able to, this
That's why I wanted the woman's point of view.
Yeah, that's dumb to me when I hear people say that. It's like, she's been doing this for a minute, and she's been in the business game for a minute, so of course she would know how to do certain things that Cardi may not know how to do. However, it's kind of like you did the same shit, whether Cardi stripped or not. Shit, y'all both got y'all bodies done. Y'all both got this shit done. It's not like y'all came out.
You got some cool bodies too.
But it's not, I mean, which is true, but it's not like you just came out and said, look, I'm an artist, I'm talented. I may not be all this shit, I may not have all this shit, but I'm talented.
Okay.
Like, no.
And one thing I heard that Nicki did to where like all of the hype, about them beefing, and I didn't believe it after that, is that they said that Nicki Minaj was dropping singles like around the time that Cardi B was gonna drop her CD. A lot of dueling artists, like if they're really competing, like they'll, see a release date and they'll do it on the same day.
I think she did that. I do think she did that on purpose. I think Nicki dropped that shit on purpose. I think she dropped that basically like saying.
But she dropped it after. That was a little respect.
But it doesn't matter. You still dropped it around the same time. You didn't have to. And another thing that I don't understand about women. This nigga Remy killed your motherfucking ass and she like she murdered your motherfucking ass. Like she killed your ass, woke you back up, and then killed your ass again. And I didn't hear you coming hard at this chick like you did Cardi. But of course, because Cardi's an amateur. Let's just be real. Yeah. Cardi, like when people be like, Cardi B, she's not good at rapping. Well, bitch, you ain't good at your job. You know what I mean? Like wrap up that call time at the call center or stack up them boxes like you supposed to stack up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people not good at their job. Let that chick make her money. She making her money. She doing what she need to do. However, you didn't come at old girl like that. You didn't come. As a matter of fact, what you released was with Drake and Lil Wayne. Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down. Like this woman ran through like minutes and minutes. I was like, oh shit, when is this murdering over? Like that's how can you do this
and
shit?
You know what? One of the things I don't get though is because like I see all the women support Cardi. A lot of women support Nicki Minaj, where her sexy at. But nobody really like it was a lot of people that just don't like Remy for some reason. And even though all right, she took Nas's beat, okay. But that doesn't mean the shit gonna sound good. You hear mixtapes around the fucking hood all the time.
That shit sounded good.
Yeah.
That shit, you know what? It's a lot of people that, I see a lot of people like Remy. I see a lot of people that dislike Remy because her and Nicki don't get along or whatever. I was listening to Remy's mixtapes before she went to jail. Mm-hmm. Remy can fucking rap. I mean, there's no, when people be like, which guy wrote her shit? No, Remy can fucking rap. Mm-hmm. And it's sad that you are a woman and you good at something, but people say, no, a man had to do your shit. No, motherfucker, yeah. She was rapping even before then. Like, she was really doing this shit. So, and then it was like, she coming out, she trying to take Nicki's spot, or she trying to do this. Nicki.
Yeah, even though she was there before Nicki.
Nicki had no competition, though. That whole time she had that shit, she had absolutely no competition.
Exactly.
Now you sweat.
And she was backed by the biggest names in rap.
And you had no competition. You know what?
But even if you had competition, Wayne and Drake were like super fucking hot. I mean, they still hot, but if you come out with a co-sign with them, it's like, I'm agreeing. You know what I mean? She had no competition, but it even made it even bigger that there was nobody out here to like compare to her. Yeah. And then you got these motherfuckers behind you.
But that was the point too. It was kind of like, and a lot of people said that too. After she left not left because she's kind of still signed to them. She still has deals with them. But after
they're just trying to get away from Baby broke ass.
But after Wayne stopped rapping like he used to, just like people said, that comeback was trash. Like it was absolute trash. Like what happened? This is what happened when you at the top so long and then you got people hungry. That nigga got out, she was hungry. Like shit. Yeah. I've been in for a minute. Like I went in at the height of my career. Like when people started noticing me, I went in. So I'm coming out, I'm hungry. This is what happened when you get comfortable. You got comfortable. There was no competition for you. So now since you getting competition, it's kind of like, like instead of you just saying, hey, let's do a song together. Remy did that. Remy did that with Cardi. Like, come on. Like, get on. Like, it's a money train. Get on this train. Like, come rap. And she did. And even Cardi said that, like, I appreciate her because she didn't have to do that. But she did. Like, yeah.
I just think the beef comes from there's not enough female rappers. As far as, like, upper echelon rappers.
Yeah.
Well, like, you can, household names, I should say. Cardi B. If you just, like, randomly ask somebody to name their top 5 female rappers, like, they'd have to put MC Lyte and Yo-Yo in that motherfucker because it's been so fucking long. You know what I mean?
That's because a lot of people, you know what? It's just, I know you don't watch that, but, like, okay, I can honestly say, and I don't care what nobody say. I've been watching Love and Hip Hop, right?
Boo.
No, real talk. So it is on New York. There's a couple. There's this chick named Cayenne. I think that's her name, Cayenne. I'm not sure. If I'm saying her name wrong, look her up. I'm telling you, when I tell you she's cold, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. She's cold. At first, when I saw her on there, I'm like, who the fuck is she? She's not. But I guess she's big in, like, New York. Because there be a lot of people that be listening to her. Mm-hmm. She's young. She's good. There's another girl, her name Brittany. She's good. And I'm like, damn. if you have good female rappers who just flow on anything and just pick it up, like, why wouldn't you push them?
All right, so let me ask you this question. Do you think there'll ever be a time where, like, there's a ton of female rappers? Like, when we can sit and, like, name off, like, 10 rappers that had hot singles this year, you think it'll ever be a time to where we can name 10 women in the game at the same time and be relevant? I
think so. I think in the past, it was a lot of things like men were gatekeepers. You didn't have the internet. You didn't have, like, in order for you to get out and get a name, you had to go through these people. Like, no matter how many mixtapes you sold, you had to get it on the radio. Now, shit, you got online. I done seen a whole bunch of people online that's just, like, start singing or start rapping or whatever. And then I hear about them. Like, damn, I was watching you when you was just on here just rapping and shit. So I think since there's a bigger outlet to get your shit out there, I think so.
And the only reason I said that, too, is because, like, I question the staying power. Not, like, nothing against them, but it's like, the attention span of the consumer when it comes to female rappers doesn't seem to be that long because, like, I take Young M.A. Had a hot-ass single.
Yeah.
And I've heard some hot-ass songs, but it was like nobody, I mean, like a year later, like nobody even remember her. Because she didn't have a huge cosign like a lot of these female rappers have.
But I heard stuff that she did, like underground stuff that she did. I think she's coming back. I just think it's like not a steady push of you know, constantly pushing out shit, which sometimes that's a good thing. Because some people may get tired of hearing your ass. You keep pushing out shit all the time. And you like, okay, we get tired of which. Honestly, say whatever you want to.
Come get that money while you can.
But I think that's what happened to Nicki. When people was dissing Nicki, saying Nicki went commercial, and I can honestly say that because I ain't got no issue with Nicki. I think she's a hot ass rapper. However, can you tell the difference from now and 5 years ago? Yeah, you can. You can listen to a CD and be like, "Damn, yeah, like this a." Now I haven't heard this one.
I mean, but in Nicki's defense though, like she became like a crossover artist though. Like Nicki's worth like what $50 million. Like she's like huge.
But your worth don't. But you can have a good fan base.
Yeah.
Look how many people who say they love Beyonce. Beyonce's great. And some people really be like, Beyonce, she's cool. She's a great entertainer. She's an all right singer. And you'll have people go at your head because of your fan base. It's just like your fan base is going against other artists who say like Cardi B. And people are saying Cardi B is good, Cardi B's good. And people who like Nicki Minaj like, she ain't all that. Da-da-da. Like instead of you just saying, yeah, let everybody get this money. It's like saying, It's like saying nobody's better than Jordan. Why can't somebody come out and be better than Jordan? You know what I mean? Like,
and speaking of that too, is always the comparison. Like,
right?
Anybody who comes into basketball, hey, we're gonna compare you to Jordan, and then in the female rap game, everybody's gonna compare you to Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, so I mean, we need other voices. Nobody does that to men. Like nobody comes to the game like this nigga ain't got shit on KRS-One. Yeah. Like I don't get that part of it.
Yeah, unless you would actually have to diss somebody. You would have to diss somebody or be compared to somebody a lot for them to be like, okay, like no, you ain't that good. That's when people will be like, But if you just came out just as yourself and you had a hot track, you had this, you had that, nobody's comparing you.
Well, I like them both.
I do too. I mean, I do.
And you know what? I say things to make, like piss people off. I remember I shared a video of Cardi B. And it was a Breakfast Club video. I reshared it. It was like more hits than they had when they shared it. And like Cardi B, like her personality, yeah, she could probably get on your nerves if you know her. But I kind of like her because she's still the same. Like I can't see her like acting no. I just saw about 3 days ago a Breakfast Club interview again. Gold artist now, #1 single. Like all these accolades that are coming her way, and she's still ghetto as hell, and I like that.
That's why you know what, and that's why I like that too.
I've never heard her CD, but.
She's good.
Yeah, like as a real person, like I could fuck with her.
Like,
you know what I mean?
She to me, is she like the best? No. You gotta remember, once she just came in the game. It ain't like a lot of these people who just came out, it's not like they started in the basement at 13 and shit, like rapping. Yeah. Like these people saw a way to make it and they went in and they started doing what they do, and that's what happens. However, like yeah, she's still the same. Like I like that. I
wonder how much would it cost to get her to strip one more time.
I don't think she,
I'm joking.
What was it?
I'm joking.
I think if she be like, if you put it on a pole on the stage for her to rap, I think she may swing around.
And she'd know how to work that. I
think she'd swing around a couple times. Then she'd be like, "All right, nigga, I told you, shit, I don't dance now. I make money move."
Exactly.
But she gonna swing on that bitch a couple times because I remember.
I always just thought like if it was a stripper pole in the room, would she just like get itches and like just want to get back up there?
Yeah, no.
I mean, she got money now. Like, hey, you know what was funny? And I really used to talk about people when they talk like this, but they asked her, did she ever consider getting an abortion? And her answer was like so fucking real. She was like, no. She was like, even if the timing wasn't good, my career's going good. And she was like, I'm a schmillionaire. I'm like, you know what? I fuck with this crazy bitch.
I heard her say, I heard her say that too.
I do.
And she was like, you know, why can't I make money and be a mom? Why can't I do this and why can't I? And if I could come in and that's what I mean when people say, oh, she hood, she this, she that. Okay, well, some people may look at black people like, you black. Why are you trying to make some money? You know what I mean? Or why are you trying to own a team? Only white people own teams. Like, why are you trying to do this? Mm-hmm. Like, people could question everything about somebody else just by, you can't talk about this person because they was raised this way or because of how they used to do or what they come from. That's what they come from. That don't mean that you ain't supposed to climb and get this money.
Exactly.
Like, let that woman live. Let her get her money. Shit.
Well, she's definitely living and getting it now, shit.
I'm a schmillionaire.
Man, I know they gotta hurt so many feelings. And you know what? In the story, and that's another reason, I look at it from a level like from the person that I am and the place that I'm in. Speaking of Kansas, it's like I want to be in a position to where, and like I don't think she's went overboard with it. Like as far as like firing back a hater, she let her success do the talking.
That's another thing I like.
Like you used to see her online like going overboard, responding to every fucking Instagram comment. I'm like, dude, at a certain time, I mean, I'm sure she probably still does, but like not as much as like I don't have to listen to y'all no more. You know what I mean?
But that also controversy sells, and that also still keeps you hot. Like if you when people hear about Chrissy Teigen responding to people are saying, and it be funny shit. I said,
wait a minute, is that the girl?
Listen,
that Cardi B said she wanted to have a threesome with?
Yes.
Who was the other one? Sanaya Lathan or something like that?
I don't know. I remember Chrissy Teigen.
I didn't listen to the song. I should have Googled it, but it just said such a beautiful mental picture.
Oh God, I love Chrissy Teigen.
I said I'm gonna cop the album just cause.
Like this lady is dingy and
Who
funny.
is he? Who is she?
She is John Legend's wife. She's a model, but she's hilarious. She's funny. Like that fool said, dropped biscuits after she heard that. Like she's fucking funny.
Wow.
Like she's hilarious, but
so like, John Legend got to keep an eye on her now.
Like John Legend, their relationship. I'm pretty sure they fight just like anybody else do. But John Legend just be laid back. Like I'm gonna just let her say and do whatever she gonna say it anyway. Like it's a commercial where she's trying to press. I don't know the Google button. Mm-hmm. And John Legend is just looking just like shit. Like I'm dealing with this shit. But it's fucking funny because you can tell that that's probably normally what happens.
So she makes a lot of videos or something like that?
But no, what she does is, like, if somebody says something, especially if they talk about John Legend, like, she'll get on their head. But it'll be funny shit. It won't just be like, It'd be funny stuff. You'd be like, damn, that was pretty good. Like, I didn't think about that. So, yeah, shout out to Chrissy Teigen, man.
Yeah, after this show, I got to look and see what she looks like because I want to see. And who was the other name? I'm going to have to Google that, too.
We're not looking for the next.
That'll probably be a nice 3 pieces of meat.
Shout out to Misha, too, with her next.
I was just about to say that. Next topic.
Hey, that fool's silly. But no, we not.
Hey, we got to have a show we, like, talk about all. I told you, we got to have a show we talk about all the past guests because there's been some funny-ass moments.
Listen, I'm down.
Misha and her next.
Hey, that fool said that. I said, Misha, what the hell going on?
Boogie Williams and this, you know when a hoe is a hoe.
Hey, I used it. They be like, girls, are you a hoe? You know when a hoe is a hoe.
That nigga had no answer for that question. He was like, what? Nigga, you know when a hoe is a hoe.
Listen, but the crazy thing is it made sense afterwards. You do know.
It was one of them answers to where it was like there's no way it could have been wrong. Like you shouldn't think like even though you weren't sure what he meant, once you thought about it, like you know what, you're right.
You're like, yeah, like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, okay, I do.
Can see that. Like
I do know.
You opening things up. I get it.
I can drop science. Hey, this has been another episode of Urban Absurdity. I'm getting the website together now. Pretty soon, you guys will be able to go to urbanabsurdity.net.
Yay.
Check out videos, find our podcast.
Download the album.
Check out our blogs. We will be sharing stories with you guys. You get to know us a little bit more. We're just trying to take over every lane. Be media moguls.
You know, everything. We want it all.
Everything. We buying food stamps and everything next year.
If you're selling them, unless they come out with the packaged meals, we do not want those.
I don't want. Well, no, I got to check out, see what's in it first.
Listen, you gonna get that. You gonna get that box right back. Hey, I got a sack of lunch at home.
I at least want to go through them. I at least want to go. Hey, the first motherfucker get their package, I'm gonna call them like, before you go through that, let me come. I'm about to swing over there.
That food will put Takis in cheese.
The government is not that fair.
They put the hot Cheetos in their bitch about. We heard these. What you like?
We will see y'all guys. Well, you guys next time. I'm drunk. Hope y'all are too.
Laters.